What if Portugal's biggest obstacle to winning the 2026 FIFA World Cup isn't talent? What if it's the three teams that have dominated international football over the last decade? France, Spain, Argentina. Portugal has one of the strongest squads in its history. A world-class goalkeeper, elite defenders, creative midfielders, explosive wingers, and perhaps the greatest goalscorer football has ever seen, Cristiano Ronaldo. But if Portugal wants to lift its first ever FIFA World Cup, it will almost certainly have to defeat at least one, or perhaps all three, of football's biggest giants. Can they finally do it? Welcome back to Football Frontier. Today, we're breaking down whether Portugal has what it takes to beat France, Spain, and Argentina on the road to World Cup glory, and why Portugal's opening World Cup match could determine everything that follows. Let's begin. Every successful World Cup campaign starts with one thing: momentum. The first match isn't just about earning 3 points. It's about building confidence, finding rhythm, and sending a message to the rest of the tournament. History has shown that teams who begin the World Cup strongly often carry that belief deep into the knockout stages. For Portugal, a convincing victory in their opening game could completely change the atmosphere around the squad. Because once confidence grows, this Portuguese team becomes incredibly dangerous. Why? Because this isn't the Portugal of 10 years ago. For years, Portugal relied heavily on Cristiano Ronaldo to carry the attack. Today, they have quality across the entire pitch. In goal, Diogo Costa has developed into one of Europe's most reliable goalkeepers. In defense, Rúben Dias brings leadership, while Nuno Mendes adds pace and attacking energy from the left. The midfield might be Portugal's greatest strength. Vitinha controls possession with remarkable composure. Bruno Fernandes creates chances that few players even see. And the young João Neves brings endless energy and intelligence. Out wide, Rafael Leão has the pace to terrify any defender. And up front, Cristiano Ronaldo still carries the mentality that has defined his legendary career. Portugal has depth, experience, youth, and balance. But now comes the real question. Can they beat France? France remains one of the most complete teams in world football. Their squad is filled with pace, physicality, and incredible attacking quality. They've already won a World Cup and reached another final in recent years. Against France, Portugal cannot afford defensive mistakes. They must control the midfield and limit space during transitions. The good news? Portugal now has the players to compete physically and technically. A clash between these two nations would likely be decided by tiny moments rather than overwhelming dominance. Then there's Spain. Perhaps Portugal's most technically demanding opponent. Spain loves possession. They force teams to chase the ball. But Portugal has evolved. With midfielders like Vitinha and Bruno Fernandes, they are no longer forced to defend for long periods. Instead, Portugal can fight possession with possession. If Rafael Leão can exploit space behind Spain's high defensive line, Portugal becomes extremely dangerous on the counter-attack. Then comes the biggest challenge of all. Argentina, the defending world champions. Argentina combines experience with confidence. Their players know exactly how to manage high-pressure knockout matches. That's something Portugal has occasionally lacked. But football changes quickly. By 2026, Portugal's younger stars will have gained even more experience in Europe's biggest competitions. Players like João Neves, Vitinha, and Nuno Mendes will be entering the prime years of their careers. And that could make the difference. Perhaps Portugal's greatest advantage isn't one player. It's balance. Previous generations depended heavily on Cristiano Ronaldo. Today's squad can win matches in many different ways. A defensive masterclass, a midfield battle, a counter-attack, or individual brilliance. That makes Portugal far less predictable than ever before. Still, Everything begins with the first World Cup match. A strong opening victory creates belief. Belief creates confidence. Confidence creates momentum. And momentum wins tournaments. If Portugal starts fast, the road to facing France, Spain, or Argentina suddenly becomes much less intimidating. The talent is there. The squad depth is there. The experience is there. Now, they simply have to prove it on the pitch. Could this finally be the tournament where Portugal defeats football's biggest giants and lifts the FIFA World Cup for the very first time? It's possible. More possible than ever before. But World Cups are decided by moments. One mistake. One goal. One save. One piece of magic. Portugal has spent decades dreaming of becoming world champions. Now, they have another chance. The first whistle of their World Cup journey could be the beginning of history. Or another chapter of heartbreak. Only time will tell. What do you think? Can Portugal defeat France, Spain, and Argentina on the way to winning the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Or is one of those football giants still too strong? Let us know your prediction in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more football documentaries, World Cup 2026 analysis, legendary player stories, and international football content. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next video.